Ruby in 20 minutes. Let's go. Here's the script. Try to dive through this as fast as possible while still covering all the bases. Let's start with our class MegaGreeter. What's really nice about this script is it showcases basic Ruby functions such as class definition, instant variables, attribute accessors, conditional statements, iterators, and special variables. So we can take this and we will just bring it over here and we will paste it. Script kiddie. So class MegaGreeter declares a new class called MegaGreeter. Attribute accessor, it defines this variable names that we can call, so it creates both reader and writer methods for the @names instant variable, meaning putting the little @ sign in front of it, allowing it to be accessed and modified from outside the class instant. And then the define initialize, names equals world. World is just our default of what it's going to say. So I can change this to really anything I want. And I'm just going to put it to my name, Andrew. The @names instant variable equals names. And then we're going to end that block. Come down here. And let's get the next section. The say hi method. Let me copy you. Script kiddie. Paste. Okay. Define say hi method. What this does, it greets either a single individual or multiple individuals based on the content of the @names instance. If @names.nil, it will put ... This is basically a nil check. It checks if @names is nil or nothing, indicating no name set, and then prints ... elsif. Elsif @names respond to each, meaning if @names can respond to the each method, indicating it's a collection like an array or a list or something like that, it iterates over @names and greets each individually. This method iterates over @names with the .each, do, and then the little pipe name, the little pipe's names, treating it as a list of names to greet individually. Inside the block, it greets each name individually by printing hello name. Simple enough. And then we will end that block of code. Else puts hello names. Otherwise, it assumes @names is a single entity that can be converted to a string and greets the entity directly. Let's move into the say by method. So we'll come over here, we'll get this nice little say by method. Control V to paste. Alright, similar in structure. This method says goodbye. We start out again with @names.nil, doing the nil check. So if it has nothing or none, if @names is nil, it print, and that's true, it will print ... Else if @names respond to join. This is another method. If @names responds to the join, again indicating a collection, it joins the elements of the names with commas and prints a collective goodbye message. Pretty nice. And then we can move into the else. Else puts goodbye names. Can you guess what that means? Moving on to the end of the file, we get this nice little thing. If file equals 0, $0. That means we are broke. That's exactly what that means. That means you're learning program and you probably ain't got no money right now to pay for courses. So if file equals $0, this is a common idiom for Ruby scripts that allows a file to determine if it's being run as a script directly from the command line or if it's being included required by another file. The file part is a special variable that holds the name of the current file. When used inside the script, it refers to the script file. The $0 is another special variable that contains the name of the script being executed. This holds the name of the top-level program being run, which is the first script file name given to the Ruby interpreter. In other words, the if file equals $0 checks if the current file is the same as the top-level program being executed. If this is true, it means the file is being run directly from the command line rather than being required by another file, using require or load. And then we can go in and we'll take the rest of this code right here and we will copy and we will paste. Oh, that's a little bit rough. Paste. Okay, that's a little bit better. And control save. Okay, so mg equals MegaGreeter. That's calling our class .new. So that will print out the default value of what we set. Hello Andrew by Andrew. Come back soon. We can change the name with mg.names equals whatever name we want to change it to, we'll just say Albert, because I like that little name down there. Or I should have said Engelbert, because I like that one actually even better. And then that will basically say mg names, Albert, mg, say hi, mg, say bye. Simple enough. Or we can set it as a list, and we can add a whole bunch of names here. Now, one thing that's really cool that I'd really like to showcase in here is if we come up here, and this will make sense of the names even more. We can double click on names, and it will show us every time that this variable is being used in this script. Now, let's say I want to change something in this script. I don't like the variable names. And I think I would just rather say hello to my pets, because I don't really like people anyways. So we come up here, we double click, Control-Shift-L. Now, all that variable, every one of that variable is highlighted. So we can just call it fur-butts. And now our variable is set for fur-butts. We can save this. Now let's check and see if the program runs. Oh, let's come down here and we'll take out these names as well. So Control-Shift-L. And we'll just call that for butt. Okay. And then Control-S for save. And that's it. Time to check and see if it runs. Testing to see if this works now. All you have to do, find the directory that your file that you just created was, your Ruby file. Type in Ruby. And mine is greeter.rb. Boom. And it works. And we could change all these names. Dave, Engelbert, Albert, we can change all those in that file. Just have to open it back up. Simple enough. Just keep running it. Wee, 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 wee.